Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how you can prevent Alzheimer's disease. So if you like what you see, please make sure to follow. Let's get started. First things first, what is Alzheimer's disease? So Alzheimer's disease is a progressive neurodegenerative disease, meaning that it gets worse over time. And it causes problems with your memory, thinking skills, and eventually your ability to carry out daily activities. And unfortunately, once symptoms start, there is no cure for Alzheimer's disease. But did you know that up to 60% of cases may be preventable through lifestyle modifications? So in today's video, I'm going to cover 5 things that you can do starting today to lower your risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. So number 1 is managing your blood pressure. So numerous studies have found that people who have high blood pressure or hypertension have an increased risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. One study actually concluded that every 20 millimeter of mercury increase in blood pressure may double your risk of developing dementia. So how does this happen? Well, when you have high blood pressure, it puts extra strain on your heart and vessels, and this can cause damage to small blood vessels in your brain called capillaries. This results in less blood flow to certain areas of the brain, particularly the hippocampus, which is responsible for memory. In addition, high blood pressure can also lead to the formation of amyloid plaques, which are one of the hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease. We don't exactly know what causes these plaques to form, but it is believed that a combination of genetic and environmental factors play a role. But what we do know is that they trigger an immune response in the brain, leading to inflammation and cell death. These cellular changes result in the symptoms that we see in Alzheimer's disease. So how do you reduce your risk of Alzheimer's disease by managing your blood pressure? Well, aside from taking medications, if necessary, you can also make some simple lifestyle changes, such as eating a healthy diet low in salt and processed foods, exercising regularly, getting enough sleep, and reducing stress. These changes can help improve blood flow to your brain and reduce your risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. Number 2 is maintaining a healthy diet. So I briefly touched on this while talking about blood pressure, but really, a healthy diet is important for overall health, including your brain health. A number of studies have found that people who eat a healthy diet, consisting of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, have a lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. On the other hand, people who consume a lot of processed meat, sugar, and saturated fats have an increased risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. What is thought to cause this is that eating unhealthy foods can lead to obesity and diabetes, both of which are risk factors for Alzheimer's disease. And this is because excess sugar and fat can contribute to the development of amyloid plaques and vascular disease in the brain, both of which can lead to cognitive decline. The Mediterranean diet has been shown to be very effective in lowering the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. This diet consists of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and olive oil, and it is low in saturated fat and added sugar. It is also rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that can help protect your brain against oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which are involved in the development of Alzheimer's disease. So some examples of foods that you can include in your diet to lower your risk of developing Alzheimer's disease are leafy green vegetables such as spinach and kale, fatty fish such as salmon and sardines, nuts and seeds such as walnuts and almonds, and spices and herbs such as turmeric and ginger. All of these contain compounds that have been shown to improve brain function and reduce the risk of cognitive decline. Number 3 is staying socially active. Loneliness and social isolation are risk factors for developing Alzheimer's disease. Studies have found that people who have strong social connections and participate in social activities have a lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. But why does this happen? Well, one theory is that social isolation can lead to increased stress and inflammation in the body, both of which can contribute to the development of Alzheimer's disease. Additionally, staying socially active can help keep your mind engaged and sharp, and it can help maintain cognitive reserve, which is the ability of your brain to compensate for the effects of aging and disease. So some ways that you can stay socially active include volunteering, joining a club or group, attending social events, or simply spending time with friends and family. You could also consider getting a pet, as pets can provide companionship and help reduce feelings of loneliness. Number 4 is exercising regularly. So physical exercise not only benefits your physical health, but also your mental health and cognitive function. Studies have found that people who engage in regular physical activity have a lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease, and there are a few reasons for this. First, exercise can help improve blood flow to the brain, which can help deliver oxygen and nutrients to brain cells. This can help support overall brain health and may help protect against cognitive decline. In addition, exercise can also help reduce inflammation in the body, and chronic inflammation has been linked to the development of Alzheimer's disease. Exercise can also help promote the growth of new brain cells and help improve the connection between brain cells. This process is known as neuroplasticity, and it is essential for maintaining cognitive function as we age. To get the most cognitive benefits from exercise, it is important to engage in both aerobic and strength training activities. Aerobic exercise, such as running, swimming, or cycling, can help improve cardiovascular fitness and blood flow to the brain. Strength training activities such as weightlifting can help maintain muscle mass and strength, which can be important for carrying out daily activities as we age. It is recommended to engage in at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic exercise per week, along with 2 or more days of strength training per week. And lastly, number 5 is getting enough sleep. Sleep is an important time for your brain to rest and recharge, and not getting enough sleep can have negative consequences for your cognitive function and overall health. Studies have found that people who get enough sleep have a lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. And this is because sleep helps clear out toxic proteins from the brain, including amyloid beta, which is one of the hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease. In addition, sleep also helps regulate the body's circadian rhythm, and disruptions in the circadian rhythm have been linked to an increased risk of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. Some easy ways to improve your sleep quality include establishing a consistent sleep schedule, avoiding caffeine and alcohol before bed, creating a relaxing bedtime routine, and ensuring that your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. If you still are having trouble sleeping, then you should consider seeing a sleep specialist to rule out any underlying sleep disorders. All right, guys. So those are my top 5 tips for preventing Alzheimer's disease. Please remember that I am not your doctor, and this video should not be taken as medical advice. But hopefully now you know a few things that you can do to help keep your brain healthy and lower your risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. And if you like this video, please make sure to share it with others and leave a comment down below. As always, I'll see you next time. Bye.